Well, Rick Bozich, the Louisville Cardinals wrap up non-conference play with a much closer than anticipated 78-76 win over Eastern Kentucky. The Colonels gave the Cards all they could handle in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Louisville was ahead by 15 in the first half and by 10 with less than 10 to go in the second half. And Eastern Kentucky just didn't quit. They were very aggressive, shot over 50% in the second half. And Louisville needed that basket by Noah Waterman driving the lane right here where we were with 1.2 seconds to go to win the game. By the time you get to March, all that matters is that you won the game. So it doesn't go as a bad loss on your resume, which it would have gone. And now Louisville can focus on going into 18 straight ACC games, starting with Carolina Wednesday night, where I think this place will be electric.
Yeah, I think the first area that stood out to me is something that would concern me if I was a Louisville fan, is I don't think they guarded well enough in this game. They could not handle Eastern Kentucky's backcourt much at all. And I think EKU had a lot of success in trying to pressure the ball and throw Louisville off a little bit, but then mix in some zone to kind of just throw their offense off kilter. It didn't look smooth. A lot of it felt like they had to earn every bucket they got in this one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And Eastern played a tough schedule coming in. They'd already played Pitt, although they did lose by 40, and they'd played Jacksonville State recently. I think they played, they put another ACC team earlier in the year, lost by 12. I think it was Clemson maybe, or Wake Forest. And I don't think they were fearful at all coming in here. And when they were able to cut that 15-point lead down early in the second half, that even gave them more confidence. And then I thought Louisville started to feel a little bit of the pressure.
I think when Chucky Hepburn is in the game, there is such a big difference too, because he had some foul trouble, got 3. Terrence Edwards starts running the point a little bit, and I think he does as much as he can do. He's not going to be able to do exactly what Chucky Hepburn does, but the turnover issues in this game, Louisville finished with 14. I believe they had about 11 assists. It kind of feels like sometimes, Rick, if Hepburn has to come out for a little bit, they have to try and figure something out to settle things down and not let it get too chaotic on the offensive.
Yeah, for sure. That's when they miss Corin Johnson. We all talk about Case and Pryor being gone. Corin Johnson being gone is just as much of an issue for Louisville going forward. But Hepburn didn't have his best game, really. He had 6 of the turnovers himself. But you're right, when he's not in there, the offense does become a little bit more one-on-one oriented, in my opinion.
Anything jump out to you as the biggest thing you would like to see better out of them when North Carolina comes to town on New Year's Day?
Wow. You know, I think they really need to, we're what, more than a third of the way through the season?
That,
and the three-point shooting percentage is still staying around that 30% thing. There might be some times when they need to ease off that and try and attack the basket more and get to the line. They did do a good job in this game and getting to the foul line. A.W. Hamilton of Eastern Kentucky said that was the reason Louisville won the game. But we're almost to the halfway point of the season, and the three-point percentage isn't going up to really where you want it to be, considering the volume of threes they shoot.
No question. And then for me, I think from this one in particular, when you get around the basket, you got to finish a lot of the opportunities, whether it's layups, dunks. I'll give James Scott a lot of credit. He put down a one-handed oop that was a highlight reel play immediately. Like you said, I don't take anything away from Eastern Kentucky, because they came in here and took every punch and dealt them right back, hit some tough shots. I just think coming out of Christmas break, Louisville fans probably expected a little bit more out of the Cards, especially if you take their last game into account. You know, when they played Florida State, Rick, I thought that was as well as they have handled pretty much anybody of a similar tier or talent level this year, especially the way they attacked a really good Florida State defense that's known for turning you over.
Yeah, in the end, though, they did win the game. And there have been years when you play, when you throw in a stinker like this, you lose the game. So that's what counts in the very end. Did you win? And they won by making clutch plays there at the end. I mean, they were on the ropes there in the last couple of minutes where they had to make a couple of key plays. Rain Smith made one. Noah Waterman made another, and then Terrence Edwards intercepts the inbounds pass, so Eastern doesn't even get a shot off to try and tie or win the game. So you got to give Louisville credit for that.
Got to find a way to pull it out no matter what. It's not survive in advance season quite yet, but this was definitely a survive in advance type of game. For Rick Bozich, I'm Tyler Greever from the KFC Yum Center for WDRB Sports.